See, the thing about trusting God is we can trust the will that God has for our lives. We trust his will. We know God to be a loving God. We know him to be a good father. His will for our lives are great. He tells us that he has a plan for us, to prosper us, to give us an expected end. You know what I'm saying? The will is sweet and dandy. We trust the will with no problem. It's just the way. The way is where we have a problem, because sometimes the way of getting to the will is not what we would expect it to be. You think about the people of Israel when they were coming out of Egypt. There were two ways, okay? There was a short way and there was a long way. God took them the long way instead of the short way, because going the short way was going to be going through Philistine camp. And going through the Philistine camp, God probably knew they are not equipped to fight the Philistines, so they would have ended up forfeiting the promise and going back into bondage. So what God did, God brought them the long way. God was so kind. He was fire by night and a pillar of cloud by day to guide them to where they were going. So while we know the will, we don't know the way. I'll just trust the way, because the way that I might take might have some obstacles that I'm not equipped to fight. And then I end up forfeiting the promise because I didn't go God's way. So trust is taking the long way, just knowing that he's with me anyway.